على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا وقرة أعيننا وشفيعنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في محكم التنزيل بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات إنا لا نضيع أجر من أحسن عملا. صدق الله العظيم. وقال سبحانه وتعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم عليه. Honorable Hafiz Sahib and elders, youngers, mashallah, Allah bless you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's an incredible honor to be here, to be standing here in front of you this blessed night. It's a great night because, not only because it's Lailatul Qadar, or there's a potential that it is Lailatul Qadar, but there's also this feeling of incredible joy when you see all these beautiful brothers who sometimes you don't really cross paths and so forth. So it's lovely to be here together, inshallah ta'ala. It's, you know, I was really impressed on Allah. Make dua and Allah protect Abbas. His Nath recitation, if it was down to me, I would just give this time to him and just let him sing this incredible poetry, you know, which is praising Allah and His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Make dua we have more like him, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah make him the coolness of the eyes of Hafiz Sahib, and inshallah in the future he will be able to lead his community in these Taraweeh prayers and so forth. That's not saying Hafiz Sahib is going to be retiring anytime soon, but bless him and give him a long life, inshallah ta'ala. We'll also open that door for him too. But it also sets the tone, you know, for us, because when you're looking at what you can achieve with your children, he set a great example in this, that it's not impossible to give Quran as a gift to your child. In this day and age, I was in Birmingham yesterday and I had the pleasure of praying Taraweeh prayer there, and it was a phenomenal sight. First of all, Taraweeh prayer took 1 hour 35 minutes. 1 hour 35 minutes, and the gentleman was reading incredibly slow. It was really like وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى, and you can feel lots of people saying hurry up yard, and there were lots of other people who were just like Alhamdulillah. But the striking thing was, amongst the crowd were so many young children who were Hafiz Quran. Like this is the Quran Academy in Birmingham Sultan Bahar Trust. It was an amazing sight. Young kids standing with their parents praying Taraweeh prayer. And you know, they were Hafiz Quran, 9, 10. After the Taraweeh prayer, there should be a prayer that a 13-year-old lead Taraweeh prayer. You know, Allahu Akbar. And this is, and I know this 13-year-old, I know his father, and I know what he used to get up to. But when Allah gives tawfiq, He gives tawfiq. And He gives tawfiq to anybody. You see, this is why we're all here, and when nobody's saying, inshallah, nobody's saying, I'm a pious person, you know, I am. If you're pious, you might as well stay home. You know, here, Allah tells us, and the Prophet tells us about this, that Allah says, you know, if you don't sin, Allah will bring another type of people who will sin so He can forgive them. This is one of Allah's great wisdom, that we sin, we make mistakes. Kullu bani Adam khata, as the Prophet said. Every son of Adam is prone to make mistakes, you make guna. That's not saying let's do lots of guna and then make tawbah. No, you can try your best and you will still commit mistakes. That's just the way you are, that's a human being for you. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala absolutely loves. He loves you, the opportunity is there. If you make tawbah, when you turn to Allah and you sit there and you beg Him and you cry and you make dua to Him, all of this is pleasing to Rabb al-Alameen. This is our role in this dunya. Our role in this dunya is to beg Allah. Beg Allah, beg Him, cry to Him. He's the Lord, we're the slaves, we don't have much option. Yeah, that's our role. That's what you're supposed to do. Anywhere else you go, if you don't pull your weight, you get the sack.
Yeah, you don't pull your way out of work, they don't give you no promotion. Then go home and find somebody else. We are slaves of Allah. That's our role. Our role is to live this life, follow the Quran and the Sunnah, and Sayyidina Muhammad's example step by step in every aspect of our life. That's our role. And our job is to beg Allah and worship Allah and recognize that He is Rabbul Alameen. Lord of the world. And this is where your honor lies. This is where our honor lies. And here we have different types of actions. Actually, before that, we're in, inshallah, Lailatul Qadar. Even though some people say Lailatul Qadar was 21st night. Anybody see it? Right? Some of the awliya, pious people. But here, it doesn't make a difference for us. You see, our job is to come out and try our best. We have a Lord, Rabbul Alameen. There is nobody more generous than Allah. Akramul Akrameen, the most generous of the generous. Or everything that any generous person has on earth or has ever had on earth, and whatever they have shown from their generosity, what we deem to be generous, it was all from the stores of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are here, and our job is to turn to Allah and have this good opinion of God. That He will, inshallah, with our sins and shortcomings and everything else, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His kindness and generosity is such that inshallah ta'ala He will record us from amongst those who worshipped in the night of power. Inshallah, say inshallah.
Inshallah.
You ask yourself, what type of Lord do you believe in? Who's your Lord? The Lord you believe in is what? An angry Lord? A Lord that does not give and grant? No! Believe in a Lord, as the Prophet said, Ana inda dhanni abdi bi. As it comes in Hadith Qudsi, that Allah says, I am with the opinion of my servant that He has of me. As my servant has the opinion of me, that's how He'll find me. You ask yourself, what's your opinion of Rabbul Alameen? What do you think? Allah wants to forgive us. He doesn't want to send us to Jahannam. It doesn't harm God to put everybody, commit everybody into Jannah and give them the highest station. Allah wants to forgive. But you've got to pull your weight. You've got to at least try to fulfill the fara'id and turn up on this night and ask Allah. You tie your camel, then rely on God. But if you don't pull your weight, you don't try fasting, you don't try praying, then how do you expect Allah to show rahmah to you? So this is the beautiful thing, that you're here and you're trying. Inshallah ta'ala, you will find Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like this. I mentioned the other day in the class, I was listening to my teacher from Damascus, and forgive me if I repeat this again for some of you, but I just find this phenomenal. Because this is a night, it's called Lailatul Qadar. Inna anzalnahu fi Lailatul Qadr. Now Qadr can have many different meanings. One of the meanings of Qadr is to restrict, become crowded. That's because there are so many angels on earth. They descend, pour onto earth. There are so many, it's so crowded. It's a crowded place. Angels. And this is for people who are at home and listening and worshipping. Angels don't enter areas that have pictures. So make sure when you're worshipping, keep those pictures away. Keep your phones away. Turn your TVs off. Put the frames down. Cover your selfie that you have on the wall. And worship. Angels don't descend. And this is one of the great striking features of this night. تنزل الملائكة والروح. A malaika and a ruh all descend down upon this night. Angels descend onto this earth. And it's an incredible night, a great honor to have this angelic presence around us, that when you turn to God making dua, the angels with you are saying, Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. And this is where the du'as have this speedy, fast track acceptance, inshallah ta'ala. So here, that's one of the meanings. The other meaning is possibly like Qadr, meaning of birth, and value. Because worship in this night is not like worshiping any other night. And don't for a moment think that you're missing out on worship. Even Salatul Tasbih, if there's no Salatul Tasbih, go and pray your own Salatul Tasbih. It's not the end of the world. Go and you're here in the masjid and sitting inshallah i'tikaf and seeking knowledge. We heard, alhamdulillah, prayed Maghrib, inshallah broke our fast. People, mashallah, rushing to the masjid. They're sitting here waiting. They prayed salah, in namaz, they listened to Quran al-Kareem, alhamdulillah. Some were there focused, some traveled the world and come back, but you tried your best. Okay, some fell asleep, but they tried their best. They've got a whole shift behind them. They just come from work. Allah knows! Allah knows! This is, you've been working all day, that's worship. On top of that, you push yourself to stand in Taraweeh and pray. He knows! He knows where you're going, but He knows you're trying. And that's the most important thing. Sitting, alhamdulillah, we heard praises of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah's watching all this. This is all worship. You keep your mind and heart busy, because having a good opinion of God is an action of the heart. Action of the heart. So you can be sitting there and nobody knows, somebody's thinking you're sleeping there or you're just daydreaming. No, you're busy with your heart. This is the whole exercise of Ramadan, that your heart is always aware that I'm fasting, can't look at haram, can't look away. Don't say that, Allah's watching. It's an action of the heart, it's taqwa. Taqwa comes alive, and khashya, and fear of Allah, and husn al-dhan, good opinion of God. It's an action of the heart, bringing these hearts alive. So here, a worship in this night, Allahu Akbar. Look at the generosity. A lifetimes of worship. Allahu Akbar. May Allah give us that, make us from amongst them, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah give us a good ending. One of my friends, I mentioned his story here. He just died yesterday in Makkah al-Mukarram. Allah subhanAllah. We had Brother Kamran die last year, and I had Sultan's group, a very beautiful friend of mine. This man I watched, he's from Crawley, and I mentioned his story here. He's 73, rahimahullah ta'ala. He's the friend of my father, my friend's father, and this man's 73 years old, building masjid, alhamdulillah, in Crawley. But what was so beautiful, he had a lovely demeanor, soft, gentle. His children were all in the deen. But subhanallah, on the weekend, after having retired, he was studying. This is, I hope we can initiate something like this in High Wycombe, because you've got lots of people who are retired, and I'm not going to ask them to put their hands up, okay, here. But there's a lot of people retired, they don't know what to do. They watch TV all day, switching through the good channels, alhamdulillah, okay. But here, there's so much more they can do. And in Crawley, they had a whole program of, that's a Nizami program for retired men and women. Allahu Akbar. They were studying Arabic, they were studying tafsir, they were studying hadith. It's never too late. Is it ever too late? Never too late. It's too late when you're dealing with your own self and your own intelligence. You're dealing with Allah. It's never too late. Rabbul Alamin, open your mind. All your life your mind's been closed, suddenly if you want to kun fayakun, open. Nothing can close after. He says open. SubhanAllah, he was learning the religion. Allah blessed him, fell down. Sabab, reason, excuse, slipped, fell into a coma 5 days and breathed his last with his entire family around him. 27th night in Makkah al-Mukarram. And this is what we're looking for. We're asking Allah to give us a good ending. That's why here, night of dua, that's why the Prophet ﷺ, when our mother, Sayyidatuna Aisha radiallahu ta'ala, look, this is an incredible scholar. She's one of the greatest scholars of this religion. She turns to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam and asks him, what should I be asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this night? And the Messenger of God sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to her, say, Allahumma innaka afuun. What does that mean? Ya Allah, no long dua. Long du'as are good, by the way. Okay, here, I just pointed the wrong way. Here, Allahumma innaka afuun. Kareemun. Oh Allah, you're the most forgiving, the repenting, the one who overlooks people's guna. Do ghaltis, forgives. Kareemun, you're generous. You're Kareem, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma innaka afuun kareemun. This is ta'reef of Allah. Praise Allah before you make dua. Ya Allah, you're the Lord of the world. Ya